good morning. Welcome to Morning Thailand of September 10, 2013. I am Tulip.
And I'm Wanasan Kerhong.
And let's start with the first news. There was a bit mishap.
Right.
It's what happened when you do live shows. Okay, so first news today, of course, we always try. Oh,
Talk about live show. Couldn't do it.
it's nice sponsored clothing from
Right.
Jasper, obviously.
All right. Good news. Good news.
Good news, good news. So during the September 1st to September 8th in Jakarta, there was a World Puppet Carnival. It's called Wayang World Puppet Carnival happening. And from 46 countries, 63 theaters, altogether, Thailand managed to get 2 awards from this,
Nice.
which is really nice. What we got is the best artistic creation, which come with $3,000 prize money.
Wow.
And we also got the best young puppeteer, which, guess what, 6 years old.
Really?
I think it's
That young. When
Yes.
when you say young, I did not realize that young.
very, very young.
Well, that's cute.
I don't know that a lot of 6-year-olds will be able to.
This looks like a cute little ninja.
Yes, the puppeteer that Thai, it's called Sema Thai Marionette Bangkok Theater. The puppeteer that Sema Thai Marionette decided to tell the story of is the Zhao Ngo story.
Right.
And
Very
this
famous.
6-year-old was playing the puppet of the main character. And they said he is very talented and he able to this thing you have to dance in the same time too, and also move the puppet to go along with the story. And they said he did a very, very good job. This is not the first time that Sema Thai got some award in international level though. In 2009, they got the best traditional original performance of puppet art in Prague, 2009, and they
Right.
also received the most poetic creation of puppet art also in Prague in 2008. So this is not the first time they're well famous all around the world, at least among the marionette or puppeteer industry. So I guess when they come back, if anyone find time, should go check it out. And
Right.
this is with the support of the Office of Contemporary Art and Culture under the Ministry of Culture.
All right. Very
6
good.
years old.
Very good. Now that's, using time, your available time valuably, I would say.
Yes.
Now, moving on to another news, this one is also working against time due to the fact that yesterday we reported about the Thai Airway flight that kind of skid off the runway. Luckily, the injury wasn't that bad. There's only less than 20 people that got injured, and most of them are not that severe. And the injury caused the most severe one was a Chinese tourist who actually his wrist was broken due to the fact that when he slide down one of those stairs, emergency stairs, not stairs,
Emergency exit slider.
Exactly, the slide ones, the rubber slide. They believe that he probably used his hand to stop, so that caused
I
the
remember
injury.
in the pamphlet you have to.
Yeah, so
But
but
when
this
you-
time you gotta pay a little bit more attention.
But when you're in panic.
Right, exactly. So the 13 injured passengers at this point, 11 of them got to go back home already, and they only stay, 2 of them remain in the hospital, and that's a Chinese passenger as well as one from Zimbabwe. So all the Thai passengers already left and stay in their home. And they say that at this point, there was a report yesterday that 35 arriving flights were delayed for an average of about 14 minutes between 7 a.m. and 10:30 a.m. Yesterday, while 45 departing flights were about delayed 30 minutes on average. However, none of the passengers yesterday actually changed their destination, so they did not change the flight.
I think I listened to some interview yesterday at the end of the day of the management people at the airport. They said it's there was a possibility earlier of the deter or divert the flight to other airport, but
Yeah.
they said it's cost so much more money and time to just divert somewhere else. So
And it wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad.
You know, at this point they were able to, you know, get it off the side of the runway and use the other runway instead.
and
of
they
this
said
part.
the regulation said of the runway of the airport, if there is an aircraft, even on the side of the runway, they cannot use it for takeoff.
Exactly. So for that particular part, but you know, Suvarnabhumi
still
Airport
have
is quite
another
big.
side,
Exactly.
right.
Now they also say that yesterday we report about the fire. They say that the fire did not ignite within the chamber itself. However,
Okay.
it was outside due to the fact that they say upon landing, the tire was exploded and that caused the skid off. So it's not exactly that it did not fully extend it, but it fully extended. However, somehow it exploded and that's caused a problem. So the fire that a lot of people have seen with the smoke and such actually came from the fact that the metal part of the wheel actually dragged on the runway. Exactly. So it's create a little spark. So at this point, they say that they are currently investigating using the black box and see whether or not, you know, they could learn a little bit more about this. But Kun Tulip, you said that the pilot was actually praised for the fact that he was able to, you know, land it safely.
I think the incident happened after the airplane already touched the runway. And they praised for the pilot. They're able to control the aircraft that going on the runway on the straight line, looking at the skid mark, they said. But the black box, they said it's going to be like over a month or two until they're able to come to a conclusion.
Right.
But all in all, that's a good news that no one really severely injured. But I guess it's make a lot of people kind of feel a bit jittery getting on the...
Not a problem. It happens.
It
right?
happens.
Right.
It happens. We just heard it more because nowadays social media
Right.
it's make news travel fast. So
Now we have another bad incident, unfortunately.
it's involved a 5 years old, her 34-year-old mother, and her 40-year-old aunt. On 4th of September, the aunt of this 5-year-old asked the police to arrest the sister-in-law, which is the mother of her niece. The niece is 5 years old because she said that the niece was taken by her mom to do some business, some prostitution. She's 5 years old. And she can see that her niece actually starting to get really depressed. So she asked the police to arrest the clients, which is called Pa Det, and also the sister-in-law, which it's reported in several newspapers with different age. In Delhi, you say 34 years old,
and
but the Khao said 24-year-old.
So
anyway,
gotta get to the bottom of this.
Yes. Anyway, the point is 5-year-old is too young to involve in any of this.
At this point, when you're 5.
When you're 5, and this is like happened by the mother. It started off with the 40-year-old said that her sister-in-law is actually a drug addict and normally earn money by prostitution.
Right.
And so the police able to arrest the mother, and the mother actually confessed that she had some addiction and she usually do prostitution, and she confessed to the whole thing, and she find out that her regular customer, which is called Pa Det, have this
fantasy
fond of younger child, sexual interaction with younger child. So she somehow, when she picked up her daughter, she managed to provide her daughter to this man.
Right.
So this man also finally got arrested. Of course, he denied all charges, but he is actually have 5 arrest warrants on him. Those arrest warrants include include the have illicit drug under possession, and also defamation, fraud from Uttaradit province also, and also he have actually rape. Arrest warrant on rape charge before too. So yeah, he's not that clean, but
So
he's
that's good that
denied
he's been
all
put
charges.
away.
And the girl right now has been sent to the hospital for a checkup and for mental health
Okay.
checkup.
Poor girl. All right.
That's too much for 5 years
Now,
old.
just going to end the period with another sad news. This is involved accident, and it's quite severe accident, but it shows that, sometimes here in Thailand, we do not have enough regulations in terms of
Road safety.
Exactly. And at this point, yesterday at about 2 p.m. yesterday in the afternoon at the Tha Makka district of Kanchanaburi province, there has been an incident that earlier in the morning, the 18-wheelers actually was tilted and skidded off the road. So they called for help. Now the 6-wheeler came to try to help it, but what they did was they're using one of those steel sling to pull it, as you can see there. And the thing is, if you do this, the normal thing you would have to do is to have some kind of flags and such in place of those sling to make sure that the people, that passengers passing the street would see. Obviously, they did not have it. So when this particular pickup truck drove by, it just cut right through it. All 3 passengers inside the pickup truck were killed instantly. One of them, unfortunately, his head was cut off. The driver, Kun Virod Pang Thong, Kun Apple Pang Thong, as well as Kun Sombat Panomwan Ayutthaya, all 3 died instantly at the scene. And obviously, at this point, the driver of the truck that supposed to be the 6-wheeler that pulled the 18-wheeler actually left the scene. They fled the scene already. So the police will investigate more on this, but just give you, example of sometimes you can't really trust whatever on the road. So maybe, just be careful. And plus, I think the government should have some kind of tighter regulations in place.
And I think because it's in the provinces and there's not enough street light and they didn't put whatever the warning or the flags on.
Right.
We're going to take a short break. That didn't end well, isn't it?
No, but then we'll come back.
We'll come back with more
mobs.
news, methamphetamine pills, drug arrests, and mobs. Stay tuned.